It's early in the morning, so the beams aren't so bad this time of day. Indeed, the mornings I do seem to get a little bit of respite. It's towards the afternoon and evenings that the beams become particularly bad. Indeed, many people often think I'm some sort of Russian agent, but this is not true. Indeed, the Russian Federation's government and intelligence networks are run by the Frankists, the same as the Western nations, and Putin is himself a Frankist, and also I would have nothing to do with law enforcement. And the majority of Russian intelligence agencies are arms of law enforcement within that nation. And I only play up certain Russian angles for shock effect, but that's besides the point. I do not believe that the Russians were responsible for the Novichok incidents. I believe that was the work of British intelligence, coordinated at some level by the Asiatic Brethren. Indeed, this was all part of a agenda to bring on a second Cold War. Indeed, I'm not entirely sure that there will be a hot war between Britain and Russia, but we will see. Indeed, a lot of the conflicts that go on these days, not very much actually goes on the ground. It looks like a lot's going on the ground on your mass media platforms, but actually not a lot is going on the ground. Indeed, wars are not fought in the traditional sense anymore. Indeed, much of the conflict is cyber attacks and attacks on infrastructure and intelligence operations, as well as electronic weaponry and the testing out of new weapons, which are not in the traditional sense that you would think of as weaponry. Indeed, returning to the Asiatic Brethren that I discussed in my last piece, the Asiatic Brethren were controlled by Jacob Frank's court in Offenbach and were a Kabbalistic network. Indeed, they were an intelligence group. Indeed, they are the primary intelligence group of the Frankists. Indeed, Jacob Frank believed he was the successor of Sabbatai Zevi, the reincarnation of him, and he was seen by the majority of the Sabbatean communities across Europe and the Middle East as the heir to Sabbatai Zevi's legacy. Indeed, while in Asia Minor, mainly Constantinople, Istanbul region, and Smyrna, Izmir, Jacob Frank met with the ascended masters, one of whom was the Aga Khan of the time. Indeed, the networks of the Aga Khan are Nizari Ismaili. They are Masonic and heavily intertwined with the Sabbatean, Frankist, Donmeh cult networks. Indeed, they are indistinguishable from this group. Indeed, the Donmeh community of Salonika were a prime link between the Sabbatean community and the Bektashi community of Sufis. Indeed, these Bektashi Sufis are Masonic and have their own equivalent of lodges, which are known as tekis. Indeed, the majority of Albanian mob bosses are Bektashis, and the Donmeh cult Sabbatean Frankist networks and the Bektashis are heavily intertwined and constitute one network, basically, even though there are various appendages to that network. They are constituent of one overarching network, which has many links to the current government of Turkey and the so-called opposition with the late Fethullah Gulen. Indeed, Gulen and Erdogan were both initiates of the Iskender Pasha Lodge and are Masonic Bektashis Indeed, there is a theory that Gulen is himself a Sabbatean. Indeed, these networks link up to Putin, who is also a Frankist through his mother, and much of the Iranian government, even the Iranian revolutionary government, are themselves Sabbateans in disguise, as are the Saudis. Indeed, Wahhabism seems to have arisen from a Sabbatean influence, which was linked to Jesuit intrigues and British intelligence intrigues, all of which are interlinked: the Jesuits, British intelligence, and the Sabbateans, and the Bektashis, and the networks of the Aga Khan are all part of one overarching intelligence network. Indeed, the British intelligence were um, very influential on the founder of Wahhabism and the eventual linking of the Wahhab dynasty to the Al Saud dynasty and the later creation of Saudi Arabia, which is a construct which is completely a colony of Frankist, Sabbatean, and British interests. Indeed, the so-called Cold War between Iran and Saudi Arabia is just another construct of this fiction, with all sides being ruled by the same players. Indeed, these intelligence networks are basically creating a complete stranglehold on global wealth in the Middle East through the oil revenue, and in the West and Russia through multinational corporations. And the intelligence agencies are running all of the drug running, gun running, child trafficking, human trafficking, prostitution rings, mind control experimentation, and electronic harassment warfare, and various other tendencies that would usually be categorized as organized crime, but are in fact the activities of the intelligence agencies. Indeed, the Albanian mob bosses, who are Bektashis and are headquartered at Turan Teki in Tetovo in North Macedonia. Indeed, this Turan Teki, the details of the Turan Teki have been scrubbed from the internet since I outed it in 2021. Indeed, the Turan Teki is the headquarters of the Bektashi International, Bektashi movement, and also contains the archives of the Aga Khan, the head of the Nizari Ismailis, and a Turkish military intelligence library. So what does this tell you? Indeed, it is interesting that Sabatai Zevi was buried in Ulcin in Montenegro, which is a majority ethnic Albanian town. Indeed, the Albanian mob bosses bought the nation of Kosovo using drug money from the NATO alliance, who were happy to shove aside the Serbs in the former Yugoslav regions. And indeed, this is basically a Donmeh network headquarters through the Bektashi movement. Indeed, as I've stated, the majority of Albanian mob bosses are Bektashis, and this is all overseen by the Asiatic Brethren networks and British, American, French, German, and Turkish intelligence. Indeed, the Russian intelligence networks are completely in the hands of the Asiatic Brethren networks. Indeed, the Asiatic Brethren basically took over the majority of Russian institutions in the 1800s, having already taken over the nobility, and the switch from the imperial Romanov dynasty to communism was a faked event. Indeed, all of the players on both sides were Frankists, Frankist nobles and Frankist intelligence operatives, and they just did a switch to attempt an experiment in an Illuminized technocratic regime, which was Marxist communism. Indeed, Marx was a Frankist and also was heavily connected to British intelligence through Lord Urquhart, and all of these networks link up. Indeed, there is a problem with such conspiracy writings of Nestor Webster and others because they ignore the British intelligence element to the Frankist Odyssey. And I believe the British intelligence element to it all should never be ignored. Indeed, the CIA were created by British intelligence through the Office of Strategic Services, which was created by Sir William Stevenson of the British intelligence services, who was known as Intrepid. Indeed, his networks were themselves an appendage of the Asiatic Brethren, so it all links up. Indeed, the Jesuits are also heavily represented in this network, and as are the Masonic Order of Malta, which was at odds with certain Templar continuums. Indeed, the Jesuits have a link to the Templars, but they became in alliance in 1798, and the Vatican Bank was taken over by the Rothschilds in 1823. So you see how this all links up. Indeed, the British intelligence inner networks were heavily influential in the creation of the Rosicrucians in the 1500s. Indeed, the Rosicrucians were an entity within British intelligence. The Rosicrucians were created by British intelligence. It's not the case that British intelligence was created by the Rosicrucians. The Rosicrucians were created by British intelligence, which at the time was already a dual ideal. Indeed, even though England and Scotland were separate nations, the intelligence services of the two nations were working in alignment, and the Rosicrucian elements spread out all across Europe, especially in Germany, and had a lot to do with the formation of various other networks that grew out of the secret society networks, which were covers for intelligence fronts in Germany in the 1700s, which eventually led to a combined influence on the revolution across in France, which is all rather convoluted, but all makes perfect sense when you think about it. Indeed, the networks of the Sabbateans were created by the Rosicrucians and British intelligence on the orders of a group of Kabbalists who had transplanted themselves from Amsterdam to London with the reign of Cromwell. And after this Kabbalistic network arrived in London, we see the rise of the mercantile classes in Britain and the beginning of the left-right political spectrum. And yeah, basically that was some of the completion of the takeover of Britain by the Kabbalist networks. And we are seeing now the apex of many events, as I believe the Frankist Kabbalistic networks believe that their Messiah is coming and are attempting to hasten the coming of that Messiah by causing chaos. Indeed, the Bavarian Illuminati and Masonic motto is Ordo ab Chaos, order out of chaos. So we shall see how this works out.